Welcome into the PHNX Sun Devil Show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, even leave a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. I'm Anthony Totri, joined on this Friday fun day by Shawn and Jane Diefenbach is gone again.
Yeah. I just need to acknowledge the fact that the black kid is wearing all white and the white kid is wearing all black.
Okay.
I just noticed it when I looked at us and I was like, oh, wow.
It works, though.
It does work. We look good.
It is what it is, man.
Shane is
he's missing
sick.
out. He's missing out. He's missing out.
He is
Look,
missing out.
he missed last Friday. We had a banger of a show.
We did have a banger.
And he's going to miss another banger of a show because we talked a lot about conference realignment over the last 2
Banger's
weeks.
a great word, by the way.
Banger?
Yes,
Do you think banger as a term would work in like the 50s? Bro, that's like a banger carriage you got there.
What?
Like a horse carriage?
Oh, I thought you said carrot, and I was just like, what does carrot have to do with
carrot.
the 50s?
It's a banger
also,
carrot.
They had cars in the 50s.
Okay, but whatever they also had horse carriages.
I suppose.
Like that just didn't go away. They still have horse carriages.
Oh, that's a banger of a. I don't know.
What?
What did they do in the fucking 50s?
I don't know, but I feel like life was in black. Life was in black and white.
Yeah, literally.
Like there were no colors.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. Well, no. Yeah. No, there were colors. There was like poodle skirts.
That's a poodle skirt.
Are we serious?
I don't know.
David, you know what a poodle skirt is, right?
No.
The skirt with the poodle on it.
It's just a. Okay, so
You ever seen Grease?
No.
You never seen Grease?
No, man.
Yeah, right here, the poodle skirt. This is great audio and great for the viewers because they're also not seeing this, but
It's just a
It's
skirt
like
with a
Grease.
dog on it.
it's Grease. Grease. All
I feel
those
like
colors.
you get that at Forever 21, bro.
No, they don't still make. Yeah, I told you.
18. My bad. I'm bad at time. Look, okay, that's why I talk about sports. Okay, conference realignment.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna do a thing. We love drafting things on this show.
Drafting is so much fun.
So on this show we
Shout
are going to
out
be drafting
Shane, right?
a perfect. Don't even get me started on Shane, right? A perfect conference for Arizona State, right?
All right.
So the rules of this are similar to just about any other snake draft, right? Since you lost our real snake draft on Wednesday, shout out Mythical Creatures. You are going to go first. You'll
Okay.
get the first
I
overall
appreciate
pick.
that.
So we'll just obviously go back and forth. We'll make a little graphic at the end, put it social, see who drafted the best conference. Now, the rules of this conference are you're going to have to give it a name, right? And
Ooh, I like that.
so you've got 12 total teams. Okay, you can draft 4 top-tier teams, including Ohio State, Alabama, etc. 6 mid-level tier teams, where Arizona State will fall as one of those 6. And then 2 relatively garbage programs. Arizona falls under one of those garbage programs, and we'll both get Arizona as well.
Okay, so we get 1 garbage program
Yes.
and then 5 mid-tier.
So we have 2 teams already. We both get Arizona State. We both get U of A. From that point on, you'll get 4 high-level programs, 5 mid-tier programs, and 1 other not great program.
Okay. So the thing is like, I'm trying to play the game because I'm curious as to how people, when they see this, how they're going to take it, if they're going to consider the proximity thing. Because I do think proximity is important.
And you got to figure it's what benefits Arizona State.
Yeah.
Right? Like having a team like Alabama benefits ratings. So that, I mean, technically benefits Arizona State. However, you're never going to see Arizona State in the championship game if they're against, this high-level teams on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
You got a full list of college football teams?
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
List. I feel like the proximity is just a little too important for me to go wild.
Really?
I'm gonna go the Syracuse. No, I'm kidding.
I was going to say, Brad.
Oh, this is tough.
Is it? I really, for the first overall pick, it's that difficult?
Yeah,
for you?
because like you said, Alabama's not that easy.
No, but again, they're a top tier program, so it's going to draw on ratings here. And let us know in the chat. Let us know in the
a
chat.
combination of proximity and ratings and market. And I'm a little biased, but my first pick is going to be Texas.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like
and that counts as a top tier program.
Yeah,
okay.
or unless you wanted to count.
No, I agree. It counts as a top tier.
They got Arch Manning coming. You know,
okay.
that program's turned itself around. Just the validity you get with Texas. Like, there's a reason they're going to the SEC. You want
to write this down? Or you want me to write it?
I can write it down.
Okay, so Texas is your first overall pick. I like it. That's a very unique pick. For my first pick, I'm gonna go. Oof.
This is not easy.
No, it's not easy. But given the fandom and given the I would love to see this. Give me Notre Dame.
Oh, you fucking.
I had to, man. You know I had to. You know what that's going to do to ratings. Arizona State, Notre Dame, they've played in the past. Like, it's something that, like, no matter who Notre Dame plays, like, it's going to draw attention.
Fair.
So for Arizona State, that would be a huge moneymaker.
I'm going Oklahoma next, and I realize I'm just taking the SEC, but Oklahoma is another big school, and you get the added benefit of having the Red River rivalry or Red River shootout, depending on who you ask, in the conference. I think both of those programs elevate. Plus, knowing those two teams and the fact that they don't play defense, ASU might be able to beat them on any given weekend.
Okay. For my next pick, give me LSU. Give me. I'm here for whether this conference is a 1-year thing or however long. LSU historically is pretty good in athletics, and this year alone, you get that Jaden Daniels a little bit of tension in that game. So I think an LSU addition would be pretty great.
Fair enough. I am going USC next.
Oh, damn, that was actually going to be my next pick.
Yeah, it's the proximity, and I mean, it's the biggest West Coast brand, and it's just, I feel like it makes sense.
Okay. So in this case, I'm going to take UCLA. Does
Does
UCLA count as a top tier or a mid-level?
Are we talking about football? I
feel like mainly we're talking about football.
But I feel like we just got. Are we talking top tier as a brand? Because I feel like UCLA is a top tier brand, but not really in football.
I feel like I'll leave it up to you.
UCLA is one of the schools that the Big Ten is going to get. I feel like they should be top tier.
Okay, I will take a top tier. That UCLA then counts as a top tier for me.
How many top tiers do we get again?
4.
4. So we each have one more.
Yes.
Took UCLA like a fucking.
I can't let you have UCLA. You would have the best rivalries in all of college sports if you had those 3.
Give me. Oh man, the proximity thing is really hurting me. To be honest, like I don't really know.
I think you're putting too much value into it.
Yeah. I'll take Ohio State then.
Charles Hagen, you got to have some of those Cali schools in there for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ohio State.
Okay.
I just feel like it's Ohio State.
Okay. Then that actually is going to lead perfectly for me to take Michigan.
Yeah, I was thinking about Michigan. Those are the two I was going back to.
I got to go Michigan again, so you could, maybe try and sell them off as a mid.
Well, I couldn't. Yeah, okay.
And Notre Dame and Michigan are giant rivals as well, and you took USC, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll take it. So your 4 top-tier teams in this conference include
Texas, Oklahoma, USC, and Ohio State.
Okay, and then I've got Notre Dame, LSU, UCLA, and Michigan.
Yeah. All right, we're going mid-tier now?
Mid-tier now, so you get 5 of those.
All right. Now this is harder. Like, what is mid-tier? Like
mid-tier, I mean, think of Arizona State. Arizona State, I'm thinking Stanford, I'm thinking, like, schools that have had, in the past maybe a good season or 2 that you can think of, but for the majority of their time have been relatively average. Or never, I wouldn't even say average, just not competed on a massive stage like Alabama, like Georgia. Also, Alabama and Georgia not getting drafted.
Yeah, I consider that, but again, I was thinking heavily about the proximity, and then I don't know. It's just not it's tough. Some people are going to have to get left out, and I like the rivalries, and I think Texas and Oklahoma is my favorite rivalry. You get the added benefit. You get a little closer in proximity, and then just the brands. Mid-tier school, I am going to go.
I got one.
This is very difficult. I'm gonna go. Maybe this
is where things are gonna get interesting.
Give me Cincinnati.
Damn, that's where I was gonna go.
Yeah, give me Cincinnati. I just feel like they're going to the Big 12, so they have like that credit, but like they also are good right now.
Yeah,
like it's just
that's true. I think that's a solid pick. I'm gonna go Oklahoma State.
Okay.
I think I like the proximity thing. We're going to get to see these two teams play this season, which I think is going to be a good one. And then let me also go, or no, I guess you're up. Are the mics working?
Yeah, they're working on my end.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go Houston.
Okay, why?
Houston has been good in football. They have a little bit of history to them as far as like the football program is going. I think creating a rivalry with Texas and Houston would be amazing. And I just feel like they're not as good as Cincinnati, but they're a school that's like managed to get good recruits despite not being in a major conference. And now I believe they're going to the Big 12 also. So, I don't know. I like Houston. I think they also, if just basketball. I know we're not talking basketball really, but
okay. Give me.
Is Houston a top tier or are they low tier?
I would say they're more of a low tier.
Really? Okay.
I mean, you could take it as a low tier.
I'll go low tier. Yeah, no, I can take them as a low tier. I'll take them as a low tier.
Give me. Does Oregon count as a mid-level program? I feel like
that's a tough one.
If Oklahoma State does, I feel like Oklahoma State kind of.
Yeah, but Oregon's competed in national championships recently. As far as like as a football brand, I feel like they're high tier.
Okay.
I don't know because they've been more successful than USC recently.
Yeah, that's true.
David, what would you say? Like, would you consider Oregon a top tier football program
or a mid tier program?
The way you guys have been talking about mid tier programs, that's it.
Okay, then you can take.
Then I'll take Oregon. Oregon.
I'm gonna go. Charles Woodall Pike just said in the comments. I'm going Texas Tech as my next mid tier.
You get
this is just the
You're just drafting Texas.
Yeah, this is the Texas conference. But again, I think we talked about in like reality them ASU the possibility of them joining the Big 12. The proximity there, the battle for New Mexico is just. I think that's fun. I get Texas and Texas. You get Texas, Houston, and Texas Tech all in the same conference. I think it'd be electric. That's just. I think that's a money pick.
Damn. So I've got which ones do I got for my mid tier right now? I got Oregon, Oklahoma State.
Yes.
Okay. Next up, I am going to take Utah.
Okay, I like that.
Again, you get close proximity, a team that's been really good in football these last couple of seasons, a team that we could see leave the Pac-12 in a similar time frame as potentially ASU. So I think Utah is a solid pick. Again, let us know in the chat. We're drafting our perfect conference for Arizona State. Let us know what you guys would be drafting.
How many mid tiers do we get again?
So you've got 3 right now, right?
I have
Or
two
because
and a low tier. Yeah.
Okay, so then you need 3 more mid tiers.
Okay. Is
Getting tougher.
Is Miami a mid tier?
Yeah, I think Miami's a mid tier.
I'll go Miami. I feel like that's just a brand that they haven't been good recently, but you put them in a conference like this, I feel like they could be successful.
Okay. Give me
Miami, University of Miami, not Miami of Ohio, for the record.
Glad you clarified that one. We definitely needed that. Shit. This is getting tough. Give me Florida. For the same reason as Miami.
Florida's not a mid-tier program.
The Florida Gators?
David?
No.
Florida Gators mid-tier
As of
football
late,
program?
you're telling me the Florida Gators are a top-tier program?
I think that plus historically, I think they're
I think yeah.
Damn.
Florida, I'm not letting you get away with Florida there.
That's fair. Fine. And Michigan State's a top tier?
Michigan State, yes.
Damn, I'm just trying to sell it, I'm just trying to see what I can get here.
I'm shocked neither of you took Michigan State, by the way.
Yeah, I almost.
No, Michigan State does not deserve. You look at Michigan State, they're a top tier school, but they're not a top 4 or not the top. How many top tier schools do we draft?
Got 4.
Yeah, they're not a top 8.
They smacked Michigan in football.
They're not okay, but Michigan was in the college football playoff.
Yeah, fair.
They're not a bigger brand than Texas. They're not a bigger brand than Oklahoma, Notre Dame, LSU, UCLA. Like Michigan State, I like Michigan State, but I feel like you're missing an obvious pick for you.
I'm missing an obvious pick. Who do I got right now? Can you give me?
You have Notre Dame, LSU, UCLA, Michigan, Oklahoma State, Oregon, and Utah.
I'm missing one?
I think you're missing a pretty obvious one.
I feel like I'm not. I'm going to take this pick. And you could tell me if this counts as a mid-level or a bottom tier. And you're going to hate me for this pick. But I'm going to take Syracuse.
For football?
Yeah, I'm taking Syracuse for football.
I mean,
Houston for football, bro.
I think they're a low tier.
Okay, perfect. I'll take him as a low tier.
Syracuse is not worth shit.
I'm here because I think the sheer number of people that like the journalism program going back and forth like in the circle. I think that would be a lot.
This is the funniest looking conference of all time. This week, Syracuse plays Notre Dame, and the next week, Syracuse at LSU. And then to round out the conference schedule, they play Oklahoma State. I'm going. This is not, by the way, who I think is the obvious one. I'm going to leave it for you and see if you miss it. I'm going Baylor. I'm just going to stack up on the Texas schools. I feel like it's another.
You're going all Texas.
I'm drafting the Big 12, basically. I have Texas Tech, Cincinnati, Baylor. I feel like they have had RG3, obviously, but they've had like success relative to what they are recently. I think you lost now by drafting Syracuse. Oh, come. Okay, first off.
Oh God.
Oh, first off,
Chandler
Jones. How about Donovan McNabb and Marvin Harrison? Two Hall of Fame.
They both went to Syracuse.
Yeah. No, I guess Donovan McNabb is not a Hall of Famer, but Marvin Harrison and Amford. Yeah, they both went to Syracuse. Fucking what's his name? Tom Coughlin coached at Syracuse before he went to the NFL.
That's why his cheeks were always so red because he was cold as shit. The whole time.
Doug Marrone coached at Syracuse. Not that he's worth shit, but just throw it out there. Who else? There's others. Oh, fucking Ernie Davis and Jim Brown. Excuse me, the greatest running back of all time, greatest college running back of all time, Jim Brown. Put some respect in Syracuse football's name. They're a bottom tier program, but put some respect in their name.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
I think I'm burying you in this.
Well, we're going very different approaches.
Yes,
I'm going more of the modern, like screw. Like
you said modern, and then you drafted Syracuse.
No, I said no. I said screw modern. No, I'm going more modern, where it's less of like geographical making sense.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stick with that. If I'm gonna fully own it, I gotta fully own it. Give me Tennessee as a mid-tier program. I feel like Tennessee and Oregon are on the same wavelength.
I'll give that to you. Yeah, I feel like Tennessee. Yeah, if you had said this probably like a decade ago, I wouldn't give it to you. But
yeah, well, at that time they were, a little bit more decent.
Okay.
So how many teams do you have left? And I think this is the last pick for each of us, right?
This is the last. How many schools are we drafting?
12
12. So 1, 2. I have Texas, Oklahoma, USC, Ohio State, Cincy, Texas Tech, Miami, Baylor, Houston, Arizona State.
Yeah,
so then one more. And I have a low tier.
No. You got your 2 low tiers. Arizona.
Oh yeah, so I have another mid tier.
You have another mid tier.
Ooh, as Shane would say.
Okay, bro.
Is Auburn a mid tier?
I'll give you Auburn.
Well, I'm not locking that in yet. I just want to.
I think it's like on the border of mid and low.
Oh no,
mid and high.
It's closer mid to high, but like they haven't really done anything in a minute. I feel like I would probably go with. Yeah. Should I go another Texas school?
Just for the fuck of it?
No, I want to diversify a little bit. Ooh.
Don't take the one I'm about to take, bro.
Is Florida State mid tier?
I would say so.
Yeah, they're mid tier.
I would say so.
I'll give you Florida.
Give me Florida State. Give me Florida State. I was thinking TCU is the Texas school I was thinking of, but then not really doing much for me. And Auburn, who is their rival in this conference? In my conference,
I mean U of A. Oh, you're saying who is Auburn's?
Yeah, like in this conference, like Auburn doesn't really fit in my conference. I don't think. I think Florida State, they have the rivalry with Miami. It kind of makes sense. It's just the southern border of the United States. So yeah, I guess Auburn would fit in that too. But
the conference title for you is just the new Big 12.
The new Big 12, yeah.
Just the FBS era. Yeah. I'm gonna go for my last pick. I'm between a couple different things here.
Again, I think there is an obvious mid-tier school that you are.
I'm gonna go SDSU. Give me the Aztecs. That's a mid-tier, right? Or is that considered a low tier?
I mean, I feel like if you want to take another low tier, you should be able to. Like, you should be able, because I think I would probably consider them low tier. But if you want to take them, then take them.
Instead of another mid-tier.
Yeah,
it's between them or Ole Miss.
Looking at who's in your conference, Ole Miss and Tennessee is, and yeah, Ole Miss I think is clearly a.
I mean, it's definitely a better program.
Yeah,
but in terms of again, how this fares for Arizona State, like the best program for ASU, Like,
The best program for ASU would be San Diego State, I think. But
give me San Diego State. I'm gonna take San Diego State.
Okay.
Just for geographical reasons.
Charles Woodall Pike said this in the comments, and I'm shocked you didn't see it. BYU, you have Utah.
Yeah, I could have done that. I didn't even see the chat.
BYU, I feel like was an obvious choice for your conference.
I don't know.
Like I said, I was going to leave them off because A, I don't think they have a natural rival, and B.
Okay, so let's hear the conferences.
Okay, so I buried you. I have
okay.
I have Texas.
What's new? You think you buried me?
No, I haven't said that in a while.
When was the last
No,
time
I
you won a
genuinely
draft?
think like Shawn's draft 100%.
When was the last time you won a draft?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. I haven't said that I was going to bury you in a while.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
I have Texas, Oklahoma, USC, Ohio State, Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Miami, Baylor, Florida State, and Houston.
Yeah, that's a
You could argue that there's not a single low-tier team in my conference, with the exception of Arizona. And then you have Notre Dame, LSU, UCLA, Michigan, Oklahoma State, Oregon, Utah, Tennessee, San Diego State, and Syracuse. Now tell me give me 2 teams in there that you are excited about a matchup between.
Arizona State, U of A.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Notre Dame, LSU.
Yeah, right now LSU was terrible last year. I think you give me any 2 teams in my conference, and that's an exciting matchup.
Yeah, but does it? The question is, which conference best supports Arizona State?
I think mine does too, because you have schools that are on ASU's
But
level.
that's not a national. I feel like your conference is not necessarily on a national stage.
I have USC, Texas,
No,
and
but you are
Oklahoma,
stuck in just Texas.
and Miami.
Just Texas.
What are we
bro.
talking about?
You're just in Texas.
I have Ohio State. I have
don't know, man. I
Ohio
don't know,
State,
man.
Texas,
I don't know.
USC, and Miami. What are you talking about?
I don't know, man.
I do know.
Well,
You clearly don't know, Totri.
We'll see what social media thinks. We'll see what social
It's
media thinks.
only Texas with Ohio State, USC,
what's
and
the name
Miami.
of your conference? What's the name of your conference? I already got mine.
Go then.
I am. Yeah. See, I'm with Joe. I took my conference in totally like the modern way of not.
No,
giving a shit
read
about it.
his comment. He said
He went
Totri said he
modern
went
with-
modern where geography doesn't matter, and then he drafted SDSU.
Yeah, just based on that one. Like there are schools I feel like you can get just like the Big 12. Like there are ways to spread out just a tad, right? I went all over the place.
So did I. I have Florida, I have California, I have Ohio, and then I have 3 schools in Texas, admittedly, or 4 schools in Texas.
Listen, they can vote on social. We'll see what it is. We can agree to disagree.
I'm not agreeing to disagree with you because.
Well, I'm just disagreeing with you.
Okay.
My conference is I'm taking the old, or it's old now, but the old Seahawks secondary name. Give me the Legion of Boom as the title of my conference, or the name of my conference.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. Ohio State, USC, Miami, and Texas.
Listen, Josh. Listen.
Come on now.
Just stop.
I'm going. I didn't realize you were going to get a little memey with the name. Because I was thinking like either the SSC, the Super South Conference, or the American South. But the American South just sounds like a division in the American Conference. Shane wins. Okay, Joe.
Damn it, Joe. Really had to do us like that.
We should put out a complete meme list for Shane where you drafted here's Boise State as a top tier program, and then fucking Air Force and Army.
He might win.
I considered putting Air Force in there just
to pander.
Yeah, my mom was in the Air Force, so I got a soft spot for them. But military schools are trash now. At football. Support the troops.
Can you clip that? Before he says football?
Yeah. I'm gonna go the Super South Conference.
The Super South Conference.
No. I'm going the SAC, the Southern Athletic Conference. Does that exist already?
I'm sure it does somewhere, but you want to stick with that. The SAC. That's what your conference is.
Yes, yours is the Legion of Boom. Mine's the Big SAC, the Big Southern Athletic Conference. Okay, yeah, no. So I'm going. Mine's the Big SAC. It's Big SAC. It's the Big Southern Athletic Conference.
Well, I didn't expect that to be.
So they don't have a SAC, Shawn, but they have a Southern Athletic Association. SAA.
They're
Oh, yeah, they do.
Division 2.
Division
Yeah,
2.
fuck D2. Who cares?
You're sticking with the
I'm
Big
going
SAC.
the Big SAC.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's going to be interesting to put on a graphic later.
Can't wait for the cross division. The SAC
The SAC
versus
rivalries?
the WAC. No, the SAC versus the WAC.
Okay, man.
Who's ready for some sack?
Do you?
Back the
Do you?
sack. Back the sack. Back. Sack's team's going balls to the wall.
Sack
Let's
after
go.
dark.
Sack after dark.
You know what? I'm honestly gonna be voting for yours just off the name.
Damn, yeah, the big sack.
I should have.
baby.
Damn.
Yeah,
I messed up. I definitely.
The Dirty South is a
would've
great
been
one.
A good one.
If I didn't have Ohio State in there, I guess I already named it after the South. The Dirty South is a good one, but I'm sticking with the big sack.
God,
Yours is the Legion of Boom, fucking
Yeah.
loser.
Log. I'll go with log. Okay.
The log.
You know, it might
What?
be
Wait, you say log?
lob.
Oh, I thought you said log.
I think I did say log. Big sack after dark.
The meat, dude. Think about the Sack Network. Be careful.
Bro,
be careful.
We gotta move on.
Moderate your kids when they look up the Sack Network.
Dear God.
They're gonna want to watch football, and they're gonna find a whole different kind of ball.
Despite popular belief, we're actually sober right now. We haven't been drinking Four Peaks yet for some reason today. But God, you probably couldn't tell based off of
No, you could
based
not.
off this show.
This is what happens when Shane's not here to keep us on the rails.
Oh my! Shane does not keep us on the rails.
That's true. He just puts us on a different set of rails.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. What are you gonna be drinking this weekend?
Well, I fly, so hopefully I leave this weekend. So hopefully I have a chance.
There a sack meeting?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have. I'm the commissioner of the sack. I rule. I am just the king of the big sack. Just no one knows their way around a big sack better than me. Holy fuck. Shane's gonna listen to this show and be like, guys, brother.
Okay.
Hopefully I can get some 4-piece in the airport, maybe, but if not, I'll sneak a few in my luggage, bring some back to New York. We'll see.
Oh,
The
man.
Manscaped Bowl, dude.
What are
this
we
is a
doing here,
conference.
man?
This is a conference and a fucking half.
What are
Josh
we
Hunt is deputy
doing?
commissioner.
I thought you were the commissioner of the sack.
I'm the commissioner. He's the deputy commissioner.
The deputy commissioner.
He's
of
my
the sack.
he's my second in
Okay,
command.
well, definitely encourage you guys. Head out to Four Peaks at the brewery. Just
Head out to Fort Peaks and drink to forget the big sack.
yes, please.
The big sack
do.
that we have thrown in your face today.
Okay. On that note, let's talk about Greg Powers in ASU hockey. Okay, you were actually at
Yeah,
Hosted-
I talked to him yesterday.
yeah. What was that like?
Yeah, I mean he signed his new 6-year extension, so he's here.
Do we know how
through-
much his extension is worth?
No, we do not. Although he is an employee of a state college, state university, so it's
You
probably
should have
public.
asked him to let you hold $1.
Yeah. I asked him if he was going to work on getting Logan Cooley to transfer to ASU from Minnesota. He said he's pretty happy he assumes that he's pretty happy as a Gopher, but I personally am gonna try and get Logan Cooley to transfer to ASU. But yeah, he like I said, he signed the new extension. He's going to be here for a while, and he expects big things. He's got some pretty good transfers coming in this year, so I'm quite excited about the hockey season. And I think he said that they're laying ice down either this weekend or next week in the new arena. So
Did
we're
you
getting
talk to him
close.
at all about the like the new, I guess, arena and shit that is going to be coming to Tempe?
Not really. We talked just kind of about having the Coyotes around, and obviously they're sharing the stadium and what that's like, and it's going to be really great for the players. Something that he mentioned is because on any given weekend, if you have a team coming in, if ASU plays the next day, you have NHL teams,
Yeah.
you have NHL executives
Scouts.
there watching your players. Brother, there was yells outside. But Frank's here.
Frank's
Frank
here.
is in the building. Should we get Frank on the show? But yeah,
Go get Frank.
I think it's going to be great just having the Coyotes around. And obviously, I think I mentioned this before, but it's like when you turn on an NHL game and they're like, like Coyotes at whoever at Coyotes in Tempe, Arizona. It's just going to give Tempe a little bit more recognition. And that I think that all
Little
kind of
more of a
has a
hockey
trickle
town.
down. Yeah, exactly. A little bit more of a trickle down effect for ASU. So I think it's going to be great. But I am so happy that Coach Powers is here to stay. He was an awesome guy. It was really fun to talk to him last night, but I just think what he's done to elevate this program from being a club program however many years ago to now being a legitimate program
A
that was
nationally known.
they were
program.
on the edge. Oh,
What's
Frank
up, Frank?
in the
Do you guys
building.
want Frank on
Oh,
the
let's
show?
get
Frank and
Frank on
I
the
are
show.
matching right now.
So we got the same problem. We hate on Cross.
What's up, man?
How we doing?
What's up, second place?
Second play. That's crazy.
I'm gonna have to back this up.
Go
Sorry
for
to
it. This
everyone
is
watching.
Back that thing up.
All right, so we've been talking a little bit about hockey, but before
We
we,
gotta
we talk
back
about
the monitor
hockey,
up, too.
I know,
we
I know.
drafted
Is his mic on?
Yeah.
Okay.
we drafted conferences, a perfect conference for Arizona State. Okay, So we want you to tell us who you think has got the best conference.
Well, first, I have that. Do you consider Auburn a top tier college football program?
No.
Okay.
That's just being honest.
Mid-level.
Well, I would say mid-level in regards to it's in the SEC.
Yeah.
It has the potential to shine in moments, but we don't do what other teams do to go out and get always a 5-star athlete.
Yeah.
So that causes the challenge of, as a former player, I see it. I know what Bama's doing. I know what other schools are doing to get the top tier players.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing is working.
Actually, this is the first time that we actually had an actual former college athlete on the show.
Yeah,
I'm curious, looking at all of the not really, but a former college football player on the show. I wonder, like, what do you think about all of the kind of the realignment and stuff that's going on?
I'm not liking it. Honestly, I'm not liking it. I think the traditions still need to matter. I think that's they're taking that away for money purposes.
Yeah.
And so the sad part about it is when the money is gone, what will you be doing then? You get caught holding the bag and nothing in the bag, and that's the bad part about it. I think you're killing the traditions that matter more to the game and the histories that matter to the rivalries of the game. If you're an ASU guy and a U of A guy and you grew up hating each other, then that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
If Auburn jumps out and says, "Well, we're going to Pac-12 because we can get money, we can get more money over there," to switch the norms, it changes the history of the game and sometimes the integrity of the game of the youth that's growing up.
Yeah.
And so the kids in those markets don't get to enjoy or to kind of enjoy the rivalries that their mom and dad, their great grandfathers, or when you walk into a university, the history that's there when it comes to college sports dates back so far that historically there's a lot of money because of those purposes. There's a lot of reasons why that. So I don't like it. I understand it because it's the money, but I'm not a fan of what goes on right now. I'm just not a fan at all.
Yeah, definitely college football and college athletics changing on a ridiculous pace. Like, it felt like it came out of nowhere with the USC and UCLA news. I think the only good thing about those two schools leaving is that for them, at least, they get to go together, but the Pac-12 now is imploding. But I'm curious as to whose conference you like more. Based off of what you said, I feel like you're going to like Shawn's conference more. But what was your conference?
So for context, we drafted a conference for ASU and U of A to be in. So they're in the conference together. We had 4 top tier schools, 1 bottom tier school, and
2 bottom tier.
Well, one of them is Arizona.
Yeah.
And then 5 mid tier schools?
5 mid tiers and then ASU.
So I'm not even going to tell you which conference is which. The first conference is...
You got to give them the name too.
Yeah. First conference is titled the Big Sac. It's the Southern American Conference, or the Southern... What was it?
You said Southern Athletic Conference.
Yeah, the Southern Athletic Conference.
Okay.
And that's Texas, Oklahoma, USC, Ohio State, Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Miami, Baylor, Florida State, and Houston. And the other one is titled the Legion of Boom, and it's Notre Dame, LSU, UCLA, Michigan, Oklahoma State, Oregon, Utah, Tennessee, San Diego State, and Syracuse.
Okay. So which one do I like?
Which one do you like more?
The first tier.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it too.
I don't think it's really close, is it?
Well, I saw the last couple of teams you put in with when you look at USC and then you look at Notre Dame and several other teams you had in there, and then you went Utah and San Diego State. I'm like, nah, like that's not really. That's like a murdering session is about to take place, and Notre Dame's about to be number 1 for the rest of their lifetime, or hopefully USC. Come up in this, with the new coach Riley over there, that might add some excitement, but that names in those teams does not match what the first tier does because
I went too high.
I mean,
so obviously I was the first one. I have rivalries. I have Texas and Oklahoma. I have like 5 different Texas schools. I have Ohio State and Cincinnati, which is a rivalry I could come out of nowhere.
Yeah, thoughts on the Big Sac?
Pause. Shave them first. No Harry Sacks. I'm good.
Someone's in the comments said that the bowl game would be the Manscaped Bowl.
Excellent return.
You can definitely get a sponsorship.
You can definitely get a sponsorship with that one. Gillette or somebody else to shave your pieces. So anyway, look, I think the Big Sac. I think again, I think that you have closeness in that one. That's a little bit different, and so therefore you can have more regional attendance. You have better you have a better idea of a real rivalry starting to develop out of the big sack. So that in itself, right? That in itself says that you create again the traditions of the game, right? And you don't have fans like Notre Dame, you're independent, got a bunch of money, so you can travel all around the country. That's no problem. They'll fly you or they'll fly teams in, and then teams coming in feel better about that because they know they're playing in a 100 seats, 100,000 seat stadium, so the proceeds are better for them.
Yeah.
But the teams you had in the last, the league was not good. So was not good. So
he had Syracuse on there.
Right, it's not good. So you get, but that's how again that's the rivalry conversation, right? Yeah. People are moving with the money. USC and the other team that's leaving it's challenging themselves because now they got to travel. Yeah, you got to travel to play those teams on the East Coast, and that's going to cause a big difference in time zone. Something that the NFL tried to relinquish in regards to having us travel so much. That in itself causes problems on the player. So I like the idea that the conference has a little more regional play out of it. Yeah. Considering that, I'll take that over anything else.
Yeah, that's definitely instruction. I'm excited to see what Social thinks. Right now, it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
What about yours?
That was the second one was his.
Oh,
so yeah, mine was all those schools in the first tier that you mentioned. His was all the second.
Not great. Not looking great.
Yeah. Well, you all right?
We'll see.
Can I just point something out real quick?
Yeah.
Everyone just look at Frank. And then look at how small Toe Tree looks next to him.
Okay,
I have a pillow. I have a pillow. Right
I also would.
And you're also Frank.
Yeah, Toe Tree and I
start there. I guess we might want to start.
Hey, I didn't claim to be a former Arizona Cardinal. I'm just saying I was not blessed genetically, but here we are. Okay,
right, and we're all in the same room, right?
Thank you, Emma, for putting me on blast.
You're welcome, Toe Tree. Anything for you.
But before we get to my favorite,
we're gonna have a special guest.
We're gonna have a special guest for our favorite segment of the week. But before we do that, got to tell everybody about the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Go download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code PHNX. Make your first deposit, and you're going to get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. I mean, I don't know of another sports betting app where you're going to get a risk-free bet that big.
Can't say I do either.
I could have used that risk-free bet on Shane Wright last night.
Yeah, I could have as well.
But instead, I used real money and lost it. So, again, if you're a new customer, get your free bet because it's definitely worth something. Again, that's promo code PHNX, only a DraftKings Sportsbook. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for more details. This is the first time we've had a special guest for Hot or Not.
Oh, well, we did have
Doug.
Josh, though.
We had Doug. And we had Don, too.
Yeah, but this is the first time we had... You.
Oh, I thought you guys.
This is the first time we had an in-house special guest.
So Hot or Not is our producer Emma will give us a random topic, and like when we say random, like totally out there.
Gotcha.
And
she can be
just
random.
Is it hot or is it not?
Okay, cool.
So I mean, we don't have a graphic with Frank on it, but who's hot this week?
Sword. My friend had a sword, and I literally was just holding it behind my back, and I didn't know the picture was being taken.
You would not survive in medieval times.
Probably not. No, I don't think I would do well in a suit of armor or anything. But that's not what we're here for.
No. What is our first hot or not topic?
Okay, so do you guys want context with these hot or not topics, or would you rather not?
Sure.
Yes. Please.
Okay, so recently there was a video of Devin Booker in the middle of a club in a bathtub. So first topic, hot or not? Bathtubs in clubs.
Hot.
Hot? Why?
I mean, if Devin Booker's in the middle of the club, it's got to be other pieces.
Do we have the video?
It has to be better. It has to be other things in the club.
There are other things in the club.
There we go.
Other things in the club.
And he's chilling.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's so unfazed.
I mean, like that is hot.
What are we doing?
That's perfect. I like that.
You got to be a baller though. You can't be like an average person.
Could you imagine one of us sitting in there?
I can if you're sitting on you got bread on top of you. You just downloaded the DraftKings with $1,000.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You got $50,000 in the bank. You're sitting in the middle of the club. Your feet's up. You're chilling. You got money and ones and hundreds all on top of you. Spread it out like you make. Yeah.
And if you look at
me,
honestly,
somebody's gonna want to be in the tub with you.
I thought it was gonna be grimy, but even if it is grimy, it's worth it at this point. Yeah. How unbothered he looks. People are gonna want to be a part of whatever he's doing.
He's chilling. Can we, for a quick second, talk about how like Devin Booker is living his best damn life, and he's like,
listen, when
he's
you sign
less
the
than
contract,
a year older than me, bro.
When you sign the contract, you just sign. You get to do whatever you want, including He probably brought the bathtub into the club. It probably was his
He
bathtub.
probably owns the club.
It's true. Yeah,
Damn.
honestly,
Bathtubs and club. Hot.
for sure.
Okay, second topic, foods shaped like objects. So for example, there was a cornflake shaped in the like Illinois, and it was sold for like $1,000 on eBay.
It was shaped
what?
in the.
So the cornflake was shaped as Illinois the state. So hot or not, foods.
Shaped like things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll start off by saying, do you remember when Burger King had like the crown and lightning bolt shaped chicken nuggets? Because they used to, and those were elite. And then also Dino Nuggets. I rest my case.
Okay.
Hot.
Dino Nuggets
Hot.
hot. Also, the best, and this may be a hot take. I don't know where these are from, but the French fries that are not really French fries, but they're like shaped like smiley faces.
Yes.
Those
the
go
smiley-
so hard.
Yep.
Those
Another
taste
one.
amazing. The mac and cheese, the SpongeBob mac
Yes.
and cheese,
Facts.
all that stuff goes
Facts.
hard. What do you
Hot.
think, Frank? Frank's not.
Frank
with
does
it.
not know
Frank
what's
does not
going
like it.
I'm trying to figure out like what year was the lightning bolt nuggets and the goddamn Max SpongeBob Max. Like I'm like,
They,
Okay,
they-
how
you
old
can
is
still
SpongeBob
get,
Mac.
how old were you guys when y'all like you sat
Oh.
down and was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the
the
bomb.
last time I
Like
had
9 or
shaped mac
10?
and cheese was 2 weeks ago.
My dude. My dude. Absolutely not. Definitely on the cornflake situation. Was that a random like piece of cornflake in a box? And somebody said like that's the cornflake, or did cornflake actually Kellogg actually make?
No, so a civilian, a random human being,
Okay.
found a cornflake.
Civilian, as opposed to the military.
Okay, shut up. No,
Or
a random,
superhero.
a random guy. He was just eating his cornflakes, and one of the cornflakes looked like Illinois. And he took a photo of it, put it up on eBay, and it sold for exactly $1,350.
I gotta say hot that he got the bread on the
Yeah, I was
cornflake.
gonna say,
On a
who's out
$5
here
box.
Who's buying that?
$5,
though?
but right. That's the point.
Probably the state of Illinois. They're just like, we need this for.
I mean, $5 box of cornflakes, and the dude just came up. He must. Was that a DraftKings moment right there?
Yeah.
Maybe.
What's the over under on that? That you thought that cornflake was gonna go for 1,000?
There was a Doritos challenge like that though.
Who was negotiating that though? Like, what guy was sitting online? Like, was that an offer?
No,
up?
I want to know. It was on
He's like,
eBay. You said.
eBay?
Yeah,
So
it was
that
on
I wonder
eBay.
if he was in like a bidding war. Like he was just like, I'm gonna throw $5 on it, and the next thing he knew, it was like, oh shit, oh shit,
We're in a
$1,000.
bidding war for a cornflake.
I think it
bro.
became a matter of principle. He's just like, I can't lose. Like I gotta win.
How do you
whatever
tell
it
your
takes.
wife or your girlfriend?
That you spent
Someone
$1,000 on
someone
that?
tells me
On
that
a-
if you're
on a
spending $1,000 on a cornflake, you don't
probably
have a wife or
a
girlfriend.
significant
Is it the size of a coin flake?
It was the exact size of like a normal cornflake. It was just in the shape of Illinois.
That's dumb as shit.
That's
It
like,
is dumb.
Right. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's hot or not.
Yeah.
And
That is-
cornflakes don't even taste good. When you're not even gonna eat it.
What was it like just a cornflake or a frosted flake? Because if it's frosted flake, it's different.
Yeah, but
It
a
was a
single
cornflake.
frosted flake, bro.
Cornflake.
A single
Cornflake, yeah.
cornflake is not gonna I'm not spending a G on that.
Well, you're obviously regardless. It could be. It doesn't matter what it's made of. You're not buying it to eat it. I would hope.
This guy got a lot of tech money, probably. He's probably
Yeah.
big coin
Yeah.
city. He's
Probably a huge
some Dogecoin.
Chicago's fan
Yeah,
or
he's
something.
Probably just
Or he used his risk-free bet correctly on DraftKings.
True.
goodbye.
Just
Yeah.
saying. What's
Yeah.
our last one?
Last one, hot or not, birds.
That
Any
is
birds?
Any bird, just birds.
Oh,
Birds in
hot.
general.
Hot. Heck yeah. I love birds, man. Like, bro, if you could fly,
That's
Yeah.
true.
you're flying, man. You're just like, I'm not saying
we're not
pigeons, 'cause I know-
birds.
Yeah.
because I know like people hate on pigeons because they call them the ratchet wings. So, but the amount of birds that's out there, man, just like I mean, that's just God's creation, man. The color.
Yeah. I think
You
this
ever
would be.
seen a baby
nature.
pigeon though?
Will it make me cry?
Nah. I
No,
don't
have
think
you
so.
ever
Have you ever
seen a
seen one?
baby
Because I've
pigeon?
never seen one.
That's- I've never seen a
Pigeons
baby.
are robot spies from the government.
That's what I'm saying.
Robot spies.
They're
from God.
robot spies. Because you've never seen a baby one. They just show up fully grown.
That's the same thing with tilapia, but I eat it.
Well, yeah. Well, but we're not in the sea. We're not looking at. We don't get. I don't see fully grown fish either.
Just kind of shows up on your plate.
Yeah, it would be. I think the bird thing would be a slam dunk if pigeons and seagulls didn't exist, because birds otherwise are cool. But that
You
makes
don't
it a
like
little
a
hard.
seagull?
Nah, seagulls.
You like
steal-
seagulls?
Seagulls
I mean, I
are
think-
annoying.
I
I grew
like-
up on the beach.
Annoying, but I love them.
They're
though.
West Coast pigeons.
The fact that they do
They
do
got
what they
seagulls
do,
on the
though.
east.
They're
yeah, they're
thieves.
okay. They're beach pigeons.
I love them though, man. Like, you know, you get them in Seattle, you hang out, just watch them, big birds, and they band together to eat together. Like that to me is the banding part about how they think
Fair
when
enough.
it comes to civilians and their food. Like they have no problem with coming up with a game plan on how to get that food in their mouth. Like that to me, I don't know, I love birds. I guess you guys are going not on.
No,
the birds
I'm gonna go
lifestyle.
hot because I think like
No
eagles
cardinal?
and hawks and stuff like that, they make it too cool. And then there's like parrots and
Vultures are pretty dope,
penguins.
too. Penguins, ducks.
ducks. are
Love
cool.
ducks. The seagulls thing. The more that I've like sat and let that kind of marinate, bro. Wherever you're at, so like they have seagulls in Indiana too, right? So like, I don't know what it is, but when you hear a seagull or see a seagull, you just feel like you're at the beach.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it makes you almost like more. Maybe seagulls are like a relaxation bird. Maybe that it is. Maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
that sound-
not that.
that sound.
Not that sound.
Some people go to sleep to the sounds of thunderstorms or the ocean. He goes to sleep with just screeching seagulls.
Hey man, it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. That's it for us. If you enjoyed the content, you can give us a follow at PHNX_Sun Devils on Twitter. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. Frank, where can the people follow you on Twitter?
Oh, at Frank Sanders 81.
At Frank Sanders 81, and you can follow Shawn DePaz at Shawn_DePaz.
A bird fan as always.
Nice. Have a great weekend, and we'll be back on Monday, or at least I will be,
I will
and
not
so will
be.
Shane.
I'll be in New
Shawn
York.
is taking his turn
Yeah,
to
first vacation.
leave
in a minute.
us, but have a great weekend, guys. Peace.